December 6th, and the all-important announcement that may confirm the need for additional stimulus sooner versus later. I have all the details and what we can expect with this announcement on December 6th. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we are, the very end of the year, the last month, and here's what's going on. This is historically a very important time of year for businesses, the economy, all kinds of things like that, because it's the time of year when people are supposed to be out spending a bunch of money on a bunch of gifts and all kinds of things like that, but we're not really seeing it so far with the reports that have been released so far. With the preliminary information, we're not really seeing it yet. So this is a major concern and something we certainly need to focus on, because the morning of December 6th, which just so happens to be Friday, we're going to be getting a very important economic data point. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you've certainly heard me talk about this economic data point. In my opinion, this is possibly one of the most important, if not the most important, because it gives us a big, broad look at the overall economy, what is going on, and you've heard me say this before as well. When we get stimulus, it's all based on economic factors. When the economy is not doing great, that is when they approve stimulus, and they approve it in these multiple trillion-dollar packages, and then they push it out in the form of, many different ways, right? But anyway, so let me talk about this report that's going on. And again, we can compare it to a report that we got back at the beginning of November as well, and what that report showed for the previous month as well, okay? Let's talk about December 6th really quickly. This is the day in which we're going to be getting the all-important non-farm payroll number, otherwise known as the jobs report, for the month of November. Now, according to the most recent preliminary information we're looking at, this is generally, again, a very important time of year that businesses are hiring seasonal workers and all things like this. Generally, we see employment going up, unemployment going down, and we see economic growth this time of year simply because a lot of people are out there spending money that they generally wouldn't be spending otherwise because, the holidays and things like that, right? Well, here's the thing. We're just not seeing it. So as a result, with this next report that we're going to be getting on Friday, the non-farm payroll number, otherwise known as the jobs report for the month of November, that's going to give us a very good look at the overall economy and what is happening, because by the end of November, we should have seen a lot of this seasonal hiring already coming in, preparing for all the extra, foot traffic and things like that to fulfill all of the extra, orders and, whatever customers need for all their extra spending this time of year. If we see another really, really bad unemployment report that comes out on Friday, that's going to be really, really bad. Remember, about a month ago, at the beginning of November, we got October's report. It came in at 12,000 jobs. That's terrible. That was the worst report that we've seen in about 4 years. Not a good thing. Now, here's another major concern as well. The last several months that have been coming out, we continue to see these jobs reports coming in, because here's what they do. They give us the initial number, right? Oh, last month was X jobs were created. The unemployment rate holding steady, or whatever it happens to do. It ticks up by 0.1%. It goes down. It holds steady. Whatever they say that it does, right? That's the initial announcement. But then they follow it up by saying, oh, by the way, we're going to revise the last couple months here. Sorry, guys, we miscounted. And the revisions have been coming in negative. In other words, what they say when they come out with their initial number for the, the previous month, then they come with revisions for the previous 2 months after that, or, before that. And what they've been doing is the previous revisions have been coming in way lower, like 80,000 jobs. How do you overcount by 80,000? I just don't get that. I don't get how they overcount by that many, right? How do you miscount by that much, right? I could totally understand by miscounting by like a few thousand. Fine. That's okay, right? But like tens of thousands that they're miscounting by, I don't know. Something about that seems super weird to me, right? But anyway, that is the major downside risk that we have coming in here, is that we could see, October, again, in early November, we got October's number, right? We could see a major downward revision. It came in only 12,000. They could easily revise that down to negative. It wouldn't be that hard to revise that 12,000 number down negative. That'd be bad, really bad news, okay? Now, that's just October, okay? We know that a lot of weird things happened in October, right? We had the port strikes. We had some hurricanes roll through the south, bad stuff going on. It was kind of a bad month overall, October, okay? Okay, so maybe that was an anomaly. But let's look at November. If we don't see a strong jobs report coming in here on Friday, if we don't see that coming in for November, that's going to be a major warning sign that, hey, guys, check this out. Somebody pay attention, right? By the way, I know all of you here in this community pay attention, but what I'm saying is that the lawmakers, the people in charge, the Federal Reserve, people like that, they will certainly need to look at these numbers here. And if we have another really bad job report coming in on Friday here for the month of November, that's going to be like their last major warning sign. Hey, Federal Reserve, hey, lawmakers, hey, everybody, wake up, smell the coffee, and check out what's going on here, because this is not a good sign. We're seeing this economy unravel right before our eyes, and nobody's doing anything. They're just sitting here like, oh, the economy is so strong. I'm sorry, that's called ignorance. You know what I mean? So anyway, we could see a massive collapse in this economy because of all the ignorance that is out there, with nobody looking at this big picture, seeing that, hey, something looks a little fishy here, something looks a little lackluster, something looking a little bit weak here. Gee, what should we do about this? And then they just sit there like a bunch of lumps on a log, right? So anyway, it's something we got to watch. This is, in my opinion, the most important economic data point, because it gives us this broad picture. It's not like we're just looking at the jobs report being, 10,000 jobs were created, who cares, and the unemployment rate, stayed the same. It's not like that. It's like, okay, we're looking at the broad economy in the entire country. If we're only seeing a few thousand jobs being created, what's that telling you? What are businesses signaling? Hey, we're not going to see the demand that we're expecting, therefore we don't need to hire as many people. Or we're seeing demand wane, in other words, not as much demand for our products and services. That means less money coming in through sales and revenue and things like that, less margins, therefore we got to let people go. We got to reduce headcount because we can't afford the payrolls. Right? Warning sign, not a good situation. Which, by the way, have you seen all of the different store closures going on out there that I've been talking about recently? I mean, just the other day, well, actually it was more than the other day, it was like a couple weeks ago, AutoZone came out and they're closing, I think, like 724 stores, or I could be off a little bit there. It's 700 some odd stores. Walgreens, 1,200 plus stores. 7-Eleven, like 700 some odd stores. The jobs cuts and the different layoffs and the closures and bankruptcies, again, is this a little bit of a warning sign? In my opinion, this is absolutely a precursor of a recession. And you know what happens during recession? They print hundreds of billions or trillions of dollars, and they push it out in the form of all kinds of things called stimulus, okay? I know we've been waiting for this for a long time now, but here's the thing. We are like so incredibly close here. And in my opinion, this report that comes out on Friday is going to be a telltale sign of what is going to happen here in the coming months here. If this report comes in very weak, I'm going to say this much. It is like game over on this economy, okay? It is only a matter of time until we get some massive stuff hitting the fan and going everywhere. It's not going to be pretty, okay? You know the visual I'm talking about. It's not going to be a pretty picture. Okay, so what happens here going forward? This week we're going to get a lot of stuff, okay? This is going to be a pivotal week going forward. A lot of big announcements coming out. I will keep you posted. When we come out to Friday here, I'm going to keep an eye on that report. If it comes super weak for November, we're going to have a bad last couple months of the year as far as the economy overall. And maybe some of these people will say, oh, maybe October wasn't an anomaly. And whoops, here we go. This is going to get ugly fast, right? And again, according to what I've been reading out there and according to everything we're looking at, according to the economic data points, we're likely already in a recession right now. But again, remember this much. A recession is 2 back-to-back quarters with declining or negative GDP growth, right? So my point is, we're not going to have confirmation of that for about 6 months. Why? 2 quarters would be 6 months. So therefore, we're not going to have confirmation of a recession of any kind for at least like 6 months after it's actually already been going on. My point is, we're like already in a recession right now. But once we get this type of confirmation, and that could be early next year, we likely won't get confirmation until early next year when we're actually in a recession. When that happens, look out below. It's going to get ugly super fast. This economy is going to spiral out of control. Pretty much already doing that. I'm just simply saying, be aware of this, because when this happens, get ready, hunker down, because guess what? Money's going to flow like crazy, like what we saw back in 2020, early 2021. Money will be everywhere, flowing like crazy, because that's what they do during recessions. They print and they stimulate like crazy to get the economy back on its feet. be prepared here. The next couple months are going to be crazy busy, and I'll keep you posted. But again, I think, in my opinion, this next report that we get on Friday is going to be pivotal, massively pivotal, to show us what happened in November. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on that. Again, please make sure to subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Big subscribe button down there. Thank you. Really appreciate you. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Thank you so much for your support. Also, please feel free to share the video. There's a share button down below. If you know anybody that could benefit from this information, this valuable information here in this video, or any other videos here on the channel, please share this video with them, or any of the other 5,000 plus videos here on the channel. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Otherwise, please like the video down below, thumbs up button. Check out the videos down below in the description or the top of the comment section. Some popular hand-selected videos for you there. Check those out. Otherwise, right now, showing up on your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Again, please stay safe out there. Happy holidays. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. That is my promise, my dedication, and my commitment to you. I'm here to advocate for you. I'm here to represent you. That's what I'm here for, okay? Please enjoy your day. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate you. Have a good one, and I'll keep you posted. Stay tuned. A lot of stuff going on this week, and I'll be right here for you right by